Hello everybody, I am a gratefully recovering drug addict. I've been clean for almost 3 years now. I'm incredibly blessed and privileged to presently work in a recovery center, the same one that I was helped so wonderfully in. And I'd just like to share a few things about my walk so far, and hopefully you'll get something out of this. I'm not a student of recovery principles and jargon and what's. I live out of my heart, and I'll try my best to share my experiences with you, and not waffle on, which is a habit that I have. Let me get to the point. Let's get into it. I've been tasked to talk a little bit about my experiences in early recovery, some things that I've learned, some ways that I used to think, and the importance of accountability. Let me begin by sharing a little bit of my experience in early recovery. I'd like to talk about something which I think is very important. One of the greatest stumbling blocks that I had, or dangers I had in early recovery, like as I came out of rehab, I had this kind of fear that a life of purity and sobriety and staying away from drugs and sex and madness and just hedonistic, pleasure-filled seeking kind of lifestyle which I was leading, I thought if I turned my back on that, my life would become boring. I thought I would be bored. I thought I wouldn't have fun in life anymore. So that was one of my early expectations. I thought I was going to be bored stiff, not using drugs and not sleeping around and not living that wild life that I was once living. And fast forward just 2 years and half, or 6 months really, it's not a long time, that whole perception has completely flipped on its head. It's been blown right out of the picture, and I'm left now living a life of joy and peace and fruitfulness, and I love this life now. I really, really love it. I love being free of the slavery that I was once in, and I have more joy now than I ever had, even at the highest heights of the hedonistic heyday of my past. And that's the thing I really just want you all to take away, is it is a lie that is being sold to you if you think that you're going to need to replace all your drugging days with other more intense things, and you just got to stick with it. The fruit that comes from sobriety is just so beautiful and wonderful and so desirable. It's so good. So I just wanted to talk a little bit also about purity. At this point I must tell you that I'm a Christian. I follow Jesus Christ, and I believe purity is the way of recovery. We were living in a life of sin, in addiction, and there's a Bible verse which always I put it to memory. It's Psalm 119 and verse 9, and it says, "How can a young man keep his ways pure? By guarding it according to your word." And in early recovery, this was my scripture that I would go to daily, just to remind myself of the new journey I'm on, that I'm no longer going to be that man that I once was, and that I've taken a stand, and I'm standing firm in the newness of a new goal and a new directive and a new heart and a new vision. And that is the way of recovery, the way of purity, the way that the Bible had and is currently now guiding me into living. And yeah, it's just been a wonderful, happy journey. And yeah, there's been some falls and some stumblings and lots of mistakes, but thank God I haven't gone back to the bottle, I haven't gone back to drugs, I haven't gone back to sleeping around. Pornography is out of the picture. Just even the longing for depraved kind of experiences has been taken away, and my moments of weakness are really quite avoidable. If I allow myself to dwell on things, toxic thoughts, like wanting to use drugs or wanting to go sleep around, and yeah, it's just on me, I have a conviction, a deep conviction, and I know very, very well now what the enemy looks like and sounds like, and I'm onto him, and I just have this wonderful peace knowing that when he comes to knock on my door to try and pull me outside and go back into that dark playground, I know what that knock sounds like, and I know what his footsteps sound like. I know what his temptations sound like and look like, and I can look at them and see them clearly and ask God for help in those moments to help me overcome them. And I just have a great sense of peace in my life, knowing that I can do this now. I can live a life of freedom from all these horrible things that were killing me. So I probably may have gone on a tangent again, and if you knew me, you would know that this is a thing that I do. Let me try and get a little bit more back to the point. I wanted to talk about the fear of things being boring, which is very important. The accountability thing. Accountability is so incredibly important in recovery. To give you some working examples, shortly before I came into treatment, I really wanted to get help. I was really, really bad. I really wanted to be free. I really wanted to give it up. I didn't know how. I was trying. I was like kind of just trying to white knuckle it, and without any help from anyone. And well, really, I was kind of getting help from a friend of mine, like through conversations on the phone and stuff like that, and also conversations on the phone through family and that, but they didn't really know the full extent of my problems. So I was really trying to give this drug up, and I had one friend in my life at that time who really had also been through the whole gauntlet of recovery, treatment and recovery. And the amount of times that I was having a thought about using, and I knew in my heart I should phone him. Let me phone him now. He said to me, phone him anytime, whether it's 3 in the morning or flipping 12 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon or whatever. Doesn't matter. Call him when I'm struggling and when I'm wanting to use. And the thing is, I never ever did that. I never ever once did that. I never picked up the phone when I knew I should call, so that I could be talked down and given a lifeline and given a way out. And it's silly to talk about regret, because I don't really regret it, because I should regret it, but you know what I mean. I'm here. I've arrived at this point in my life, and God has taken me through all these things, and now I get to share what I know about Him with others. But what I want to share with you is that just highlights the story I've just told you. It just highlights the importance of accountability, because so many people have been saved from death by taking the courage and having the courage and being bold enough and having the guts enough to pick up the phone in those moments when you know you should, and they have been talked down. And it's that accountability of having somebody else in your life that knows your problems, that understands the depths and the difficulties and the complexities of dealing with addiction. Those people are your angels, and you need them, and you must rely on them. So I could talk so much, and I love to talk about these things. Accountability is massive. Even when you look at how the disciples lived, they cared for one another, and they shared everything with each other, and they held each other accountable. If they were going out of line, they rebuked them, and that's how it's like in recovery. We should all have those people in our lives, and be honest and open with them, and share with them in the times when we're not doing well. And to go back to that example, if I know in my heart, if I had done that, if I had that way, had that just the strength at the time to reach out to a friend, they would have helped me and pulled me back out of the fire. But I never did. I never called them, and I think it's so important to have that in place in your life. Somebody who knows what you're going through, and they're readily available at any time. That's big. That's a big thing. And this leads into another topic of mine, or not of mine, but a topic I love to talk about, and that's self-will. And you hear it a lot in rehabs and in recovery jargon, and all over from people who are into motivational speaking or whatever it is. And I really believe that we can't beat addiction on our own. It's not something we can beat within our own strength. You need people with you. You need God in your life. You need somebody to carry that load with you. You can't white knuckle it yourself. And no matter how many constructs you make in your mind, or systems you put in place, or you're gonna find it really tough. Those are the dogs, Roxy and Maverick. They're two very beautiful fat little pit bulls. Anyway, where was I? Yes, self-will. We got to learn to let go of the control, and allow others to help us, allow others to also bear the load with us, allow God to come in and help you and lift you up and give you the strength you need to walk forward in and out of this thing for the rest of your life. And if you can open your heart to that and be willing to let your guard down and to let your pride go, and admit that you can't do it alone, and you need friends and family and loved ones and brothers and sisters and God, this beautiful, wonderful, big family. You need them. You need to open your heart to them and allow them to help you to do this thing. And it's totally doable. I had an amazing conversation with one of our residents at the moment, who sadly relapsed a couple of days ago, and he was doing so well. And the conversation he had with me today, it made me so, I don't know what the word is, not sad, but I felt so much sorrow for him, because just the way that he spoke about it, it made me think about how he'd been living his life for the last year. And it made me sad, because he was living in fear of relapsing. Like, that was his life, It was just, every day he would get up and it would be a fear of relapse. Like, I don't want to relapse. And that was his life. And he kept doing all these works in between each day, and for a good part of a year, and then some weeks after that. And just the way he told the story to me. Oh my word, this flippin' clock. I think that one is the 15-minute past one, so it'll just be one. Here we go, it's done. So, just the way he told me the story, it really made me. I felt for him. I felt so sad for him, because in his mind and in his heart, and he believed he was walking the road and he was doing it right, and it was just one choice that led to his relapse, and it just felt, the way he explained it, it just seemed so unfair that he could grind away for a year and do all the right things, and then one silly mistake can take it all away. And I don't know why I'm telling you all of this, but I wanted the thing I spoke to him about was that the fall isn't failure. It's just, it's just part of it. It's just part of the growing process. And we can thank God that the fall wasn't bad enough to kill him, and he's alive and he's with us, and he's got a chance. He's got a chance to attack it again and build up that confidence and that strength again, and get clean time under his belt and grow. And I guess the reason I'm telling you the story is because it is tough, this thing that we're doing. It's hard to beat an addiction. It's a flippin' cunning, baffling, powerful thing, as the NA principles say. It really is a beast. It's a twisted, messy, horrible beast. And there's so many ways we can there's so many ways we can attack it. We try to attack it with everything. We attack it with our brains. We attack it with every book we can find, and I just think the weapons we should be attacking it with are the sword of the Spirit of Jesus Christ. And if this part of my testimony gets edited out, so be it. But this is my honest testimony of what God has done in my life, and I want to share things with you that I believe will bring liberation and deliverance from this twisted, horrible beast that we so desperately need to kill. I hope this helps at least one of you out there who listen to this, and all of you who are battling and struggling, you are in my thoughts, and know that God knows what you're going through. And he might seem far away, and maybe you think he's just some made-up fairy tale that men invented so that they could control masses of people. I actually once thought that. He's a real God. He's a real, living, amazing, holy God. He loves you, and he wants a relationship with you, and you'll find him in the pages of the Holy Bible. And I strongly encourage you to seek him. The Lord says, seek and you shall find. And those who draw near to him, he will draw near to them. I encourage you to pick up the Bible and read it, and you'll see a beautiful, amazing story of creation and redemption. Every guiding principle you would ever need, every answer you would ever need, every answer you have, every question you have, it's answered in there. You might not believe that, but I promise you now, every question I've had in my heart that I've needed answered, it's been answered in the Bible, and it's been answered in prayer, and my God has shown me the way. And now my life is about serving him and helping pointing others to him, because just as there's a very real God, there's also a very real enemy, and his job is to destroy and kill and steal, and he's very good at his job. And that's why we end up in addiction. We end up because we live in a life of sin, and that sin brings us further and further away from God, and we can't see him when we're living in that rebelry and that rebellion. So here I am, sitting on a couch, and sharing this testimony with you, and I hope somebody finds it helpful. Yeah, love you lots, and yeah, bless you. You can do it. You can beat this thing. Cheers.